everybody, and welcome into Blue Jays Today. We always have something to say about the Toronto Blue Jays. I'm your host, Nicholas Playlock.
And I'm your host, Adam Peddle. And today, guys, the Blue Jays are literally shocking the entire MLB right now because they are tied for first in the AL East. My goodness, what a series it's been to watch against the New York Yankees. You come in, you're hoping to at least split, maybe win the series. We've got that guarantee in the bag, and tonight we're going for the sweep. We're going to react to everything that we've been watching so far with this Toronto Blue Jay team, look at the standings, and talk about whether or not the Blue Jays can actually do this. Before we get into it, hit that like button, smash that subscribe button for your Toronto Blue Jays. Last night, Nick, I literally couldn't stop watching the Toronto Blue Jays, and obviously that we do this for a job. We do this all the time. We're always watching the Blue Jays. Some nights I want to take a little night off because I know we're going to watch the game tomorrow night. I'm there making popcorn in the living room, and all of a sudden I'm watching the game, and Aaron Judge hits a home run. Oh my God, they tie the game up. What's going on? Are they actually going to blow an 8-0 lead? I watched the bottom half of the inning, the 8th inning. Nope, the Blue Jays are different this year. They scratch and they claw and they get 2 runs and they shut it down with Jeff Hoffman. My God, this is good baseball to watch. And I might just say this team is different than the rest of the teams we've seen so far.
Of course, yeah. I mean, like, and the way that they are winning is exciting, right? Please flash up the standings because I just like looking at them. But Toronto right now is tied for the lead in the American League East. And I assume when you said, oh, could they actually do this, you were referring to them maybe even winning the American League East, which is something that walking into this season we really weren't even thinking about. And I actually haven't been thinking about it until really this moment in time, because the way that they're playing baseball right now is just so sound. We got a couple stats right here. Shout out to Sportsnet stats, guys. Like, just something that is going to excite the hell out of you. What was the problem in the last couple years? We couldn't score runs, right? You had the pitching, you couldn't score any runs. Well, right now, in the last 30 games, the Toronto Blue Jays are leading all of baseball in terms of average runs per game. That was 5.77, but this tweet was before yesterday's ball game where they dropped 11. They dropped 11 on the New York Yankees, so that has risen up right now. And since May 29th, they have a run differential of plus 32, a record of 21-10, which I don't think is the best in baseball, but I believe it's second or third, just behind the Houston Astros, and runs per game of 5.94, which is assuredly the most in the MLB. So the way that they're doing it right now is not only exciting, but it is dominant as well.
Yeah, it reminds me of 2021 quite a lot, where it's like we just couldn't stop scoring. And it does remind me because the pitching staff is good, but not great, right? There's a lot of holes still in that staff, and obviously we want to address that at the trade deadline. I'll save that for another video. But the offense always is willing themselves back into this game. And one of the guys that's been doing it this year is a couple guys we want to highlight here. One of them is George Springer, man. I mean, he had that amazing Canada Day game. They're calling him Captain Canada, the Canadian hero for willing the Blue Jays over the finish line in that ball game, hitting a grand slam, hitting a homer earlier in the game, driving in 7 runs. Unk has definitely still got it when you look at the baseball savant here. Look at all that hard hit rate. Look at the slugging. Look at the batting average. Look at the barrels. Everything is up there compared to last year, right? This is a mid to below average player. And I made a short, and some of you guys on YouTube were like, well, you were the one that were calling out that this guy should, he was washed, whatever. And I was calling out that he was washed. I mean, when you have a below average OPS and you're age 34, yeah, you are washed. But now he's 35 and he's figured it out. And I give a lot of credit to David Popkins because David Popkins has been helping a lot of these guys in the Blue Jays offense.
Yeah, and honestly, like, Popkins, Springer, all those dudes, like, the fact that they've been able to recapture that magic is phenomenal. And, like, let's be honest, guys, it wasn't just us calling Springer out. It was everybody. I mean, Keegan Matheson, credit to him. Like, he was talking about a story where in spring training, he walked up to Springer and was like, hey, man, I'm going to write a story. And Springer stopped him and was like, on how bad I am, and McKeegan was like, yeah. But Springer battled through all that adversity, dude. So, like, the credit where credit is due for being able to, like, face that straight on. Similarly speaking, another dude who has faced so much adversity in the last effectively year and a half is Davis Schneider.
Yeah.
And I mean, again, I'm guilty of it, right? Like we were calling him out earlier in this season. It didn't look like he could hit a fastball to save his life. Since returning to the team, though, he has been one of the best baseball players with the Toronto Blue Jays. Guy's got an OPS over 800 right now. I don't want to go so far to say that he's all the way back or like he, you know, because I think that that's honestly unfair to the guy. I don't want to put that pressure on him, but it's these types of unexpected, you know, like out of the blue performances. Springer bounce back, Schneider elite all of a sudden, Barger breakout, Kirk back to all-star. Like it's all of this that has turned a lineup that was last year literally just Vladdy into a lineup that, I mean, yeah, Vladdy's there, but there is so many other guys you got to worry about if you're a pitcher.
Yeah, like how many guys over 800 OPS did we have last year? Vladdy, I think, was just a guy, if I'm not mistaken.
I'd have to, I'm pretty confident. Spencer Horwitz didn't quite make it, so yes, it was Vladdy.
And remember we were saying Spencer Horwitz was our like second best player?
Correct, yeah.
Well, we have a lot of guys better than Spencer Horwitz this season. Just to overall sum it up, obviously Vladdy's over 800 OPS. George Springer, like we mentioned, Addison Barger, like you mentioned, 818. Then you got Captain Kirk. Yeah, he doesn't have an 800 OPS, but look at that 781 with a batting average of 306. Very similarly, you got Ernie Clement with a batting average over 300. So these guys don't have the 800 OPS. Oh, I'll take a casual 300 batting average. And that goes right over here when you're looking at the runners in scoring position, right? 347 runners scoring position. That's Bo Bichette. That's Ernie Clement. That is Captain Kirk. So yes, this Blue Jays team is built differently. I know we still got to go out there and get some pitching, and they're not perfect, just like many other teams. I mean, hell, the New York Yankees are not perfect. We just talked about them on the Bad for Baseball show. They're not perfect, but this Blue Jay team has actually got something here. It's young and it's exciting, and we got something to build off of.
100%, man, and the playoff odds have been reflective of that. As you can see, we are on a skyrocketing level of trajectory right here. I mean, it was only, what, like a month and a half ago where we were down close to 25%. Things were looking bleak. We weren't excited about it. Now we're up to 77.5%. That's the Toronto Blue Jays right there. And that's not even factoring in, like, hey, the American League, it is open right now, or East anyways. American League East, it is open. Yankees, yeah, they are probably still a better team than us on paper, but we are delivering it to them right now, you know? So I think the Toronto Blue Jays, I don't know if they are a 6-run a game on average type of team for the rest of the season because, you know, that's World Series level stuff right there. But this is a very solid foundation. I think that they have the right idea at the trade deadline. Ross Atkins came out and spoke. He said, hey, yeah, we do want another righty bat, and we also are definitely going to be addressing the starting pitching and just bullpen in general, which is, of course, the areas of need on this team. So if they go out and if they make some of those smart moves, I'm talking about Merrill Kelly, I'm talking about Zach Allen, I'm talking about, Suarez would be great, then yeah, this is 100% a team, to answer your question off the top, that could potentially do it.
Hey guys, time for a quick shout out to the sponsor of this video. Hit your picks and knock it out of the park with Betway. Scan the QR code down below or click the link in the description to join the action. Available in Ontario only, must be 19 years older to participate, and guys, please bet responsibly. Now, back to the content. And they could. And listen, like, we haven't been in this position in a very long time. And what the position I'm talking about is to go all in at the trade deadline. In the past, we've kind of been conservatively buying. I mean, I think back to 2021 when we bought Jose Barrios. Like, that was an awesome trade deadline. That was probably one of our biggest buys at the deadline. I mean, guys still with us, kicking with us, right? Like, but I think this is another season where you gotta go all in a sense. And the reason why I bring that up, and we asked ChatGPT this because I thought in my brain that this is what was the case. I don't think after July 1st we haven't been in a spot to fight for first place or even in first place since 2015, because 2016 was, we were back in wild card, obviously everything in between we weren't, but then the last couple seasons since 2022 we were always in that wild card dance. We never were in the first in the division after the halfway point in the season. So I asked ChatGPT, and yeah, apparently that is the case. We haven't been in this spot since 2015. We're in first place. So what happened in 2015? Well, you can see right here. They made key trades for David Price. He was the cream of the crop, I guess you could say, you know, of the trade market. Troy Tulowitzki, an unexpected trade that soaked up a lot of money. We're like, whoa, where did this come from? Then we got a lot of bullpen pieces as well to help out the team. So I think the Blue Jays are in a great spot if they finish off this series strong, finish the rest of the series. I'm talking LA, I'm talking Chicago White Sox, I'm talking the A's. You finish those off strong, go into the trade deadline. You're in a great spot to make some huge splashes and go all in.
100%, man. And I think that there's actually a better than 50% chance at this point, considering the rest or the remainder of the schedule up until the All-Star break, that the Toronto Blue Jays will be in first place, solo first place of the American League East come All-Star break. Can't promise you trade deadline, but the All-Star break, the schedule's real easy for these Jays. Handle business tonight, and then you got 3 easy series before Vladdy gets to start in that game for the All-Stars. Folks, let us know your thoughts about all this in the comments down below. Please make sure to hit that like, smash that subscribe button, folks. $4 a month coming YouTube membership, and thank you to all of our current YouTube members. You guys are amazing.
Guys, thank you so much for watching.
And as always,
Go Jays, go!